this time. It's nice to have you all here. Thank you so much. My name is Andrew Donahue. I'm the museum curator and director of cultural affairs here at Crazy Horse Monument. So happy to have you join us. Our weekly lecture series runs for, I believe, a 20-part series through the summer here. So correct me if I'm wrong, Lana.
Close. It's all the way through October.
There we go, all the way through October. So this weekly series is a very important part of what we do to kind of expand upon the mission of the museum, to share in different things in culture, and to expand beyond these ideas to educate as well, and which is, of course, the mission of what we do within the museum. Our speaker tonight, and correct me if I'm saying this wrong, Roger Brower? Yeah,
That's
works.
good.
Roger's an enrolled member of the Oglala Sioux tribe and resides in Hill City, South Dakota. He's received more than 85 awards and national shows, including the Northern Plains Indian Market, Santa Fe Indian Market, and the Red Cloud Show. He has exhibited in more than 50 one-man shows, over 150 shows, and has paintings in both national and international collections. He teaches workshops throughout the United States. As an artist with a limited attention span, Roger says he has found that the monotype is a great tool for him to use because it is so immediate. As a watercolor painter, we have to wait and wait and wait. I get an idea, work it through the monotype process, finish the idea in one session, put it down, walk away, and the idea is already recorded. I can come back to it later to enhance, add, polish, or sparkle to what I have already done. But the image was captured in the first few minutes of addressing it, in his own words. Thank you so much for joining us. Without further ado, Roger Brower. Thank you.
They put this yo-yo on my pocket, this speaker thing. Probably not working now, is it? No. See? That's what, I don't know. Would somebody hold this?
He's going to accuse me of stealing his wallet, too.
She gets it. I'm just about finished. Because he kind of said everything there is. So I guess I don't have anything left. Maybe I'll do a little demonstration, which some of you saw this last year. So if there's anything that I'm doing that I didn't do last year, it means I either lost what I did, or forgot what I did, or I invented something new in the meantime. And that's my sense of humor is kind of different, so bear with me.
Roger, these are new students.
These are all new.
Except there's a couple of oldies but goodies from our upper level program. They'll wave. But everybody else here, this is their first.
Oh boy. Okay, I do this thing called the monotype, and it seems they call this the lecture series because I'm not doing a lecture. I'm just gonna kind of show you what I do, and you can ask questions or interrupt me, or it's up to me. I mean, it's okay with me if you need to go to the bathroom. Don't ask my permission. I choose my colors from years of experience. I've been doing this for, actually, I think I started doing the monotype in 1982. So that's quite a while. This is, I use oil paint, and this is called, in English it's burnt umber. That's cooked dirt, another way of saying it. And then this one is Prussian blue. It comes from Prussia, which is now Iran, right?
Yeah.
And that's where it came from. It comes from they grind up some kind of rock really fine and then mix it with, that's how these pigments come about. They grind up stuff and mix it with different kinds of oil and make paint that artists use. There's the Prussian blue, and then I use other colors. Like sometimes I don't even care about the color; they just sound good. This is Indian yellow. I use that one, and then here's another one I use a lot of, vermilion. It's a place in South Dakota. That's kind of cool. Well, it's got to be a pretty color. Vermilion is a cool place, but that's on there awful tight. Something happened. I won't use any of that tonight. Let's just start with this stuff, and then we'll add to it and go from there. So the rule is you can come around behind me. Just don't put your, if you want, you can do whatever you want to do. Like I said, you know, I mean, if you can see better back of me, that's fine. And I'll try to remember to pick my plate up as I work, okay? This is Prussian blue and burnt umber. And with that, I get a little black. Beautiful, beautiful. Isn't that a beautiful color? Yeah. You don't have to agree with me all at once. I'm going to add a little more of that stuff. I'm just about finished. Oh, you think I'm kidding, don't you? No.
I believe it.
You should. Oh, that's beautiful green. Isn't that beautiful? Okay. And I do all my painting with this. It's called a rubber brayer. It's soft rubber, and it's a printmaking tool. But I started doing this in '82, like I said, or '83, somewhere back there, and working with a printmaster in Santa Fe, and he, of course, had those big 6-ton presses and stuff. Used this smelly stuff called printer's ink, and I didn't like it. Came home, I didn't have one of those 6-ton presses. I didn't even have a press, so I had to come up with another way of working and doing basically the same thing that he was doing. So that's the way it worked. Okay, let's pick that up here.
Is it a crow?
Could be. I didn't ask anybody to guess. Gee, now it's ruined. Yeah, it's a crow. I've been doing these for a long time.
How many crows do you
This is a special paper that I use. It's not imported. It's actually American made. I refer to it as John Wayne paper. You must know why. Because it's rough and it's tough. And don't take crap off anybody. So that's why it's kind of that was a joke. I have to, it's pretty bad when you got to tell a crowd that you just told a joke.
We laugh.
I've only done 2 or 3 of these, but wait a minute. Whoa, be careful now. Don't get this stuff on your khakis, because it won't wash off very well. Let me see. Do I have something else here? Oh yeah. These are my cigars. I've only done probably, I don't know. My wife's sitting right over here. Give a hand to the lovely Merlene. Yes, there we go. Every magician does that. Always ask for a round of applause for their assistant. She really is my assistant because, you see, I'm kind of not very bright. I don't do computers. Have no interest in it. But she does. So that's the way it is at my house. How many crows have I done? Oh, I don't know. several thousand, I would imagine. Why does it look like it?
No, I.
Does it look like a,
Top after you have quite a-
does it look like a cheap recording?
It doesn't look like any of your other ones. They're all unique.
They're all beautiful. And very valuable too. Okay, I gotta figure out where in the heck I'm gonna put his eye. Where at?
On its head.
How about right in here?
There's already
Does that look right? Huh? Yeah, I'm asking you, man.
I'm not Crow.
Oh, I speak their language. Caw, caw. I shouldn't do that. How many Crow students do we have here? Crow students. You Crow? No. I guess not.
language isn't all that different than Lakota. So. They're a break off of the Sioux tribes. So.
Who told you that?
Read Ed McGaw's book. It's really good.
Hey, Whiz. Well, I'm going to leave this open because I'm going to do something with that later. I'm going to take some of that off. Kind of like the little boy was watching the blacksmith pound out a horseshoe. And he turned around to his forge and grabbed another shoe. And the little boy watched him. Pretty soon he turned around and you hear ting. The little boy standing there rubbing his hand. He said, I told you not to look to touch that horseshoe, they're hot. He said, oh no, it wasn't hot. It just doesn't take me long to look at a horseshoe. It's one of those kind of generational things. I forgot that. I did that one other time. Same response. It's all right. I lose those edges, yeah. Trying to make it settle. How's that? Are we about there?
No.
See what I told you, everything that I put on this plate will print. If I took this and leave it up there, that'll print. So I have to wipe that off. Otherwise, it doesn't belong there. What you guys are seeing is what's going to look like on the print. I'm seeing the other side of it. I'm painting backward, which isn't that hard. There, that's good. Okay. I folded these tissues very carefully this afternoon. I put 54 of them in this box, preparing for this evening. And then I said, what the heck am I going to do here? I don't ever know. I don't ever know how I'm going to get started, but it seems to work out. This is the best part of it, taking those gloves off. Okay. I have tools. I'm missing somebody. Here he is. Okay. I didn't want to do that. I wear gloves because these oil paints have some pretty nasty chemicals in them that I'd rather not leave my wife a widow this soon. Cadmium. In fact, one time, a number of years ago, I used to use turpentine too. Turpentine's bad. Turpentine and cadmium together, I lost all my fingernails. They got like a fungus. Oh, it was embarrassing. But managed, with the help of a good doctor, I managed to get them back. And so I've been trying to not get paint on my hands ever since. That's just kind of the start of what I'm going to pick up. Got a long ways to go. Bad thing about this process, you only have about 20-30 minutes before you have to print, or it won't print. With this tool, I generate about 200 pounds per square inch on this edge, just from the weight of my arm. With this one, it's almost quadrupled. So it's about 850. So because it's the same pressure, same weight, but it's on a smaller area. Probably all knew that though, so I don't know why I even told you. But this is, again, about the third the size, so we must be somewhere around 1,100 pounds. That's kind of interesting to think about. I don't think about that very often. I think about what's going on in Washington, D.C. more. So what the heck is this guy doing? Okay. That's good. How'd I do? Hello.
Hi.
Okay. Okay. Now what I do, I wipe this plate off. I'm not finished yet. I'm going to go back and do some more stuff to this. There's no oil left in this paint on the plate. And if I don't wipe it off now, it'll be gone. And I've been using this plate for probably 20 years, so. I mean, I don't want to throw away that 30 cents. It's probably about all it cost me to start with. Plexiglass costs more now. I've been using these plates longer than most of you guys have been born. Isn't that crazy? But you'll get over it. You'll be old someday too. Okay. Now I can take other stuff. This is the most exciting part of the whole deal. cleaning your tools. Okay, that'll be good. This is oil bar. It's refined pigment, and I come back and work into this. Kind of scribble around. Nobody will know what you're doing. I just rely on people thinking, wow, this guy really knows a lot. When actually, all I'm doing is making a lot of happy accidents. My friend Bob Ross. I just remembered him. Have a happy accident. I should have made a happy little squirrel. But I didn't. See, you just kind of scribble around. People think you're, wow, this guy really knows a lot of stuff. I don't. I use that stuff, and then I use oil pastel. I can kind of throw some oil pastel in there too. I'm going to work this eye. Ooh, that one broke off. Okay. Put a little around this eye. A little along the mouth. I'm not nearly as funny this year. I don't know why. I guess the food was too good. You guys all eat that nice food they put out there tonight? No? How are the food? How is the food here?
Great.
You get enough?
No.
I knew that. Somehow I knew that. How old are you? 19? 18? You were rather large for 18. Yeah. Well, you just need to eat a lot. That's what happened to me too. Don't eat a lot, you'll get big like me. They don't call it big, they call it fat. Roger does that to himself all the time, talks like that to himself. My wife, it bothers my wife when he does that. There, see? Just put a little white and throw some color around here and there, and maybe I'll do something else to that when I get home. But that's all for that one. But I got a lot of time left, and I got some material laying there on my palette, so I just will do something else. What do you want me to do?
Self-portrait.
Okay,
You were gonna do this.
no problem. No, I'm not going to do that because I'm not that color. Because this is dark blue black, and I can't get that dark. I try. So, huh? No, I can't do a happy little squirrel. How about something like a something else? Huh? I can do a bear. No? Okay. Just about finished. Huh? What do you think? You go up like this. I can do a bear. See its eye right there? See, I could finish this up right now. That's only about 3 strokes. I can, then I have more time left on my hands. I have to do something else. If I go like this, and maybe come down, like, I grew this large stomach so I'd have a place to rest my pellet. It's actually has a function. It's all on purpose. I can come like this. Huh? God, I'm good. And lucky. How about like that? And maybe come over like that a little bit more. Kind of hooked it. You don't want to be standing up that tall. And I put his hand down there. He got a hand. I've done this. Believe me, this is not for my first rodeo, like the man said. I don't know who in the heck was said that. There we go. Yeah. What do you think? We're getting it? I don't like that one. What did I do with that other one? I didn't put my hand socks back on. I just realized that now I'm going to have to die. Just to make you guys happy. Yeah, that's pretty good, huh? What do you think? Okay, you got a job? If you don't have a job, don't even talk like that. Because I get all excited and stuff. Don't even make up that kind of stuff. I'd buy it. Yeah, right. Okay, let's, his nose is kind of funny, but I can always change that later. Ooh, yeah, that's good. He's going like that. Yeah. Okay. That'd be good. Let's print it. Is anybody watching? Well, get up here and print it then. Takes too much exercise or too much energy for me. Do this one first. This is a tool I made out of a rivet and a antler and a piece of corian, that stuff they use to make countertops. You can't buy these tools, you have to make them yourself. Kind of like I'm in charge of my market then, see. If somebody wants to learn how to do this, they got to buy the tools from me too. Otherwise you can't do it. This one is made out of a piece of carnelian and a deer antler. And I got this other one too that I have. This is the first one I ever made. It's antler and piece of agate. You know what that red is in the middle? Haven't you ever looked at a toothbrush handle? That's what it is. That's what it was. Not anymore. Do what?
The types of tools you use for applying pressure, what would you call them?
They're called burnishers. Yeah. This is called a hand burnish technique. And if you look it up in the wherever you look up stuff these days, I wouldn't know. I don't do computers. I do have a tablet. I can look at it. Look at that Facebook and yeah. It's kind of what a bear looks like, huh? Kinda. Well, it's okay. Maybe I should add some to it, but I won't. Okay. Well, what did I not say? My wife has sat through many of these and I have no idea why. You were here last year. What did I not cover?
Are you going to add any background or anything before you finish with that?
Yeah, I'll do that at home though. I think I'll be able to work both of these up pretty well and turn them into money. We'll be doing, some of you will be coming down to Rapid City on the 15th of July. It's called Native Pop is the show. And it's people of the plains, native people of the plains, and it's an all native show. It runs for one day. And if you over there wanted to buy this piece, you might want to come to the show, and you can come the night before, but you have to buy a ticket to get in. Okay? I'd take you as my guest, but I'm not gonna. But some of you will be coming down to provide an interview. You know about that already, huh? Oh. But for that show, and I'll probably have these two pieces there, and then you can see the many thousands of dollars I get for my work, and you'll say, "Man, I didn't know that guy was that important." Another joke. So, questions?
Is any kind of paint besides oil work with monochrome?
Any other kind of paint work?
Yeah, like could you use acrylic or something like that?
If you're really fast. Really, really fast, because acrylic dries quick. I've only got maybe 20 or 30 minutes with this, and it starts to get sticky. And it doesn't want to transfer. Once the solvents evaporate, it'll just lay there and it won't want to move. And then you put a lot of work in and say, "Doggone it, that's too bad." So, and I feel sorry. You've been warned. You can do other stuff. I mean, I know people that use watercolor with this process, but you got to be really, really quick. And keep your paper. Start with really wet paper. It's not a very good technique to get a lot of detail. But it's what we do, and I'm all happy about it.
Roger, how long have you been working in monochrome?
Since about '82, I've been doing art full-time since 1979. I think I did my first show in 1972. So I've been at this a long, long time. I've done lots of crows and buffalo and eagles. I'm getting kind of tired of them. I wish they'd invent some new animals. But no luck so far. I got my request in. Okay, now what? Would anybody like me to sing? I can't sing. Can you hear my voice? Do what? Yeah.
What's your favorite thing to paint?
I can't really say that I have a favorite thing. I kind of go through spells of doing different things. I know that just in the last, probably in the last year, my way of working has changed a lot. I'm kind of I was in kind of a growth spurt. And I always say that if you're not changing or your work's in some way changing, you're kind of on the road to dying, because otherwise it just gets real static and boring. And I don't ever want that to happen. It was changing a lot, and then I had surgery in January, and that lobotomy was. No, they gave me a new knee. That's what it was. And don't do that. Take good care of your knees, because it hurts. But I haven't. I'm just now kind of getting back to working again. I kind of was off for 6 months, and I lost my momentum. But it's kind of coming back again. So.
In his first few paintings that he did after surgery, had knees in them. It was kind of subconsciously, this knee appeared.
Yeah. Actually, this bear has a bad knee too. It's on the other side. I only showed you this side. But yeah, I was there's that show out at Red Cloud that if you ever get a chance while you guys are here, go out to Pine Ridge to Red Cloud Indian Art School. Some of you know about that, have heard of it. They have a really remarkable Native American show on there. This is the 49th year they've done it, and there's probably 125 pieces in it, all tribes from all over the place. I always enter, and I always try to put in something that's a little different or edgy, something to try and test the market. And I put in one this year that's entitled, and I love this story, and it's really funny to me, but you won't get it. This title of this piece is called "Remember to Wear Your Yellow Pants." And it was a guy with a bad knee, and he had yellow pants on. So I went online, or my wife went online and ordered me a pair of yellow pants. They're called Thai fisherman's pants. They don't go all the way down. They're kind of short too. And I wore them out there. And all my relatives and friends looked at me, and some of them wouldn't even talk to me. They thought I had just gone crazy. I'm going to do more of that. I think it's good. You got to live. You got to live your life and enjoy things and entertain people. But if you're thinking about becoming an artist, I might say, consider it very carefully. You might consider more about getting a job in banking or something else, because this is a hard way to make a living. It used to be a lot harder than it is now for me, but then I've been at it long enough that I have a lot of real loyal customers, and they take good care of us. And I'm thankful for that. And I'm thankful for you guys coming here tonight. And I'd be thankful if you'd get up and leave. Anybody have any more questions? Yeah.
What do you draw your inspiration from? Or do you sometimes just go at it and see what
Well, sometimes I just kind of, I always do creatures in animals in place of people. So a lot of times I do an animal when I'm thinking about one of my relatives or a friend or something, and put that kind of attitude into that creature, because I don't want to give anybody up. But at the same time, I don't want to, what was I going to say? I just want to, animals are safe. People aren't. So if I did a portrait of you, it better be like you, or your mom's going to get really mad at me. That doesn't look like him. You know what I mean? So I do animals. I've been working a lot now lately. I've lost a lot of friends over the last couple of years. One of my good friends was an artist from Oregon. His name was what was his name, hon? My brain isn't working. Huh? Not happening for you either. Well, I'll tell you, it'll come to me in a second. Rick Bartow was his name. Rickbartow. And if you look at my work and then you look at his on the internet, you can look it up. There's a lot of similarities because we went through a lot of the same things in our developmental years. We were both in the military. We both had the same basic kind of liberal arts education. We both had some hard times when we were trying to get started in our business. And but Rick and my work is very similar, and I still think about that a lot. You know, like sometimes maybe I'm thinking, you know, is this Rick influence? Because I know he must have said the same thing. At least I hope so.
Yeah.
You know, so you know you get your influence from all different kinds of places. It's just a matter, you know, like somebody told me one time, you know, everything you need to know was born inside of you. All you need to know, not like arithmetic or English or that stuff. No, all you need to know is a human being. All you need to know spiritually. All you need to know artistically. That's all part of that same realm. And you just have to have faith in that. Everything you know is already in you. But you have to pay attention. That doesn't let you off easy. You have to pay attention. And I'm drawing influence from all kinds of things all the time. And I know that that's true. You know. No, it isn't. I just made that up. Maybe. Huh. I'm done with that thought, I guess. Yeah. I know you got another question. You're kind of Mr. Question Man, huh? Go ahead.
What do you have what's like your most favorite painting that you've done? Do you have a favorite? What's one that sticks out to you that you've done? You're most proud of?
Well, let me see. There was a time I was doing about 300 pieces a year, and and now I'm probably doing what, 30 or 40. You know, it's really hard to say that there's anything that's favorite because there's something about every one of them. You know, I'll carry a painting around to different shows and show it to different people for maybe a year or so. and then I take them out of the frame and put them in a drawer. But there's something, and they're, because just because somebody didn't purchase them doesn't mean they're not good. It just means that I didn't get it to the right person. But there's something in every one of them that you're learning from. Like, do any of you write poetry? And you know when you're developing in poetry, you're developing kind of a rhythm. You know what I mean? And it's the same making paintings or making art. You're developing a rhythm. And this may be not a full symphony, but it's at least a small tune. And from this tune, I can create maybe a full symphony or a four-piece orchestral kind of work. So this is just a note probably for that whole rhythm and flavor. You take all those things and temperature. There's all kinds of things enter in that you don't even think about. And it doesn't matter whether you're making art or whether you're making a nice dish to serve for supper, or if you're actually making writing a song or a poem. It's all the same. You're dealing with thermals and all that stuff. Know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, you don't. You're just pretending you know what I mean.
I'm faking it.
Thinking about it though. Okay, you didn't. Okay, you guys, your admission is up. What time? I don't know how I'm supposed to be on for an hour. Am I good? Thank you all for coming.